All right, y'all, gather in, come closer. I want to have a chat. This is your Reinvention bestie, Nikki Woods, and today I want to talk about being the quote unquote black sheep of the family.
Who's the black sheep? What's the black sheep? No, not who.
Today I want to talk about being the quote unquote black sheep of the family. And it's something that I have dealt with throughout my life. I don't know if my family would ever say that or name me, but I have always felt, I actually tell people if I didn't look so much like my family, I would think somebody brought the wrong baby home. I've always felt like the black sheep of the family. But what I've recently learned, talking with other people in the same position and those that have done a lot in leadership roles and creative avenues and, just bosses. And they have said that as the black sheep in our family, we felt like the problem. But what we learned was we were the pattern breaker. We were the first to heal some generational stuff, and we became the blueprint for change, not just in our family, but in our circles, in our community, at work. We're the ones that kind of set the tone. So this really is for you. If you're the one in the family who always felt too different, if you felt too sensitive, if you felt like you were too much, like you took up too much space, you probably were not the problem. You were the one to change everything. How huge is that? Realizing that the black sheep isn't the broken one. Let's redefine it now that we know that. Let's define the black sheep as the one who refuses to carry the brokenness forward. The one that sees that dysfunction and says, you know what? Not this time, y'all. And certainly not with me. But it comes with a cost, right? Being the pattern breaker comes with a cost. You're misunderstood, as I have been for most of my life, I feel. You're labeled dramatic, you're labeled disloyal. And why? Because you're the one who names what others want to ignore. You were exiled for seeing what no one wanted to talk about. But naming it, that is the first act of healing, y'all. Your loneliness was proof, the very proof of the courage that you have had to make it through life. And then the healing comes, and that creates a certain kind of legacy for your family and anybody that you touch, because they'll look at you and they've said this to me recently, that they'll say you've changed. But they won't see that change as survival. They won't see it as freedom. But this up-leveling, this is not about just you. It's about everything that comes next, right? So a lot of the work that we do in this life is not for us. It's not for our families. It's not for the people we grew up. It's not for us. It is for the next generation. The black sheep becomes the ancestor the future will thank. Let that seep in. That's amazing to me, because I haven't always thought about it like that, and I'm sure you probably haven't either. So think about reinvention as you've reinvented yourself from this quote unquote black sheep. Think about reinvention and what it means. It's not just about becoming new. It's not about returning to who you really were before all these labels were put on you, before the family roles, before the silence, before the shame that you may have felt, and for the disappointment. So if you've ever felt like you didn't belong, maybe you were never meant to fit into a broken story, consider that. Maybe you were never meant to fit into a broken story. You were meant to write a new one. And it can be glorious. So let's end this on a grounding note. Place your hand over your chest. Take a deep breath in. Exhale through your mouth. Breathe in transformation. Exhale limitation. And let that take you through the rest of your day. You were not the problem. You were the first one brave enough to change. Let that be your affirmation until it is you.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Everything I do so instinctive and so passionate. Every word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being negative when you should be getting after it. I got facts over tracks, this and that. Spitting slow, speaking fast, I could roast, I could gas. Think I'm okay at last, but I don't know if that can erase all the past. And the pettiness, a reflection of the emptiness. Hilarious, you think you're worth my time, you're delirious. Mysterious, because you hide behind a fake exterior. Inferior, you know I'll always be a bit superior. Get off of me, this ain't no humble brag. I want you to hear words, you can say them back. I want you to feel free from the chains at last, and to believe in what you got, it was built to last, yeah.